Evening all. Hope you guys are good. And yeah, had a good start to the week. Just jumping on tonight to continue a bit of this Hertha save that we've got going on Championship Manager 01-02 with the 24-25 data in play. So yeah, gonna continue that tonight. Fairly chilled stream, so if you're watching just now, welcome. Equally, if you're watching back on the VOD later on, drop us a comment. Any feedback's gratefully received. Just before I start, got a different soundtrack on tonight because I fell foul of the copyright sort of stuff, I guess, that goes on with Twitch in terms of music in the background, which is a rookie error. So I think I'm using one that is going to be safe for that tonight. So hopefully it's good. Anyway, let's kick off. Good. Quick recap. Where were we? So, yeah, a few games into the season. We have go back to the squad. Yeah, a few games in. So what's that? 5 league games and a cup match in so far. And excuse me. Just checking the streams, working on my phone at the same time. Yeah, all good. So 5 league games in, 1 cup match, a rotten pre-season with no wins and 1 goal over the 3 games, and a wee bit of momentum going, I think, for the time being anyway. So yeah, probably going to play to the next cup game maybe tonight. So who've we got? We've got Kaiserslautern, Köln, Hanover 96 and Braunschweig before hosting Kiel second round of the cup. League wise, I think most of those opponents are actually below us in the league, with the exception of Hanover, who are tied on 8 points with us at the minute. Be interested to see how we get on. I think the 4-4-1-1 that I've got set up at the minute seems to be working relatively well. Couple of injuries so far. Reese is a long-term one. He's not been available at all actually for the save so far. I think, he's got 9 months out, so probably unlikely to feature much this season. Centre half Leistner, who I think is captain as well. 10 days with a gash leg at the minute. Winkler 2 weeks. So these guys should be back shortly. And Dema, who is kind of working as I think we had him as a centre mid, like a defensive centre mid. He's got a short-term injury as well. So hopefully these guys will be back shortly. I was actually checking out we went to, a couple of friends and I went to Schalke Hertha last year. So when this data was kind of in 24-25 season. So this data would be the same as that year. And I noticed that they seem to be playing Schuler actually more often than Niederlechner, which is interesting. Obviously, the data doesn't always reflect reality, and the players don't necessarily reflect reality in terms of their performance. But I had kind of put this guy to one side and thought I need a replacement for Niederlechner for either in January or thinking season ahead. Should I get that far? But this guy actually might be pretty decent, so I think I'm actually going to fire him on the bench for the coming matches, because I reckon he's worth a shot there, even as a sort of late on sub. We'll see how we get on. Just to mention as well, I've got a light out and one that's started randomly flickering earlier on today in the background, so apologies if that starts off again. It seems to have fixed itself, but haven't been able to get to B&Q yet, and I need to get a couple of new lamps in, so bear with me on that one. Cool, let's kick off. Also tonight, got a midweek beer with me from Antwerp. It was in Antwerp not long ago. You can see that. It's obviously going to be really small on the area where my webcam is, but it's called Bolleke de Koning. I had it when I was away and it was really, really nice. But the trouble with Belgian beers is that they're often quite difficult to get back in the UK, or at least outside of the kind of main ones. So managed to get these online, and not necessarily that cheaply. I think it's about $3.25 or something a bottle, and the bottles are 330ml, I think. Yeah, but it's really nice. And I had 6 of them, and I've tried to ration them out, but I think it's only been a week, and I've gone through most of them. So yeah, got this one with me tonight. And as with Belgian beers, usually don't want to have too many of them. Although this one's actually only 5, or just over 5%, so not too bad. Okie doke. Nürburg Sein Nollenberger. Haaland, one of the greatest players in the world. Fair enough. I think I saw something recently, like his average is something like over a goal a game, which is just insane. I could be getting that mixed up with Kane. If anyone knows the exact numbers, let me know in the chat, but I think it was Haaland anyway that was there. Or they're probably both roughly the same actually, because Kane's just scoring for fun at Munich at the moment. Martin Dardai. So if anyone tuned into the last episode, I gave this guy a new contract, and foolishly didn't look at what he was on previously. So I've over doubled his wages, and I've just noticed that I've given him a 6-year deal as well. So yeah, that's not how you play Championship Manager normally. Well, hopefully his agent's happy, and hopefully he's happy, because as a whopping deal. To be fair, he's been pretty good so far, so yeah, it's probably worth it. But this will be where his form goes off a cliff, or he gets injured for forever. Still young, so it's an investment in the future, I'd say, if I was asked by the board. Demi's back in, nice. I'm just going to skip by these at the moment, because I have a feeling that if the transfer window, I'm not sure where you can find that out. I think the transfer window might have shut. Competition, let me see. First division. I'm not sure where to find that out, to be honest. We're fairly far into the season now, so I'd imagine the window's been and gone. So I'm stuck with this team that's doing fairly decently at the moment anyway, until the January window, I think, which is fine. I'm kind of happy with that at the moment. Got 1 or 2 guys come in. I think Tath Chong and Cohen Bramall were my 2 signings. Speedy left back, and a pretty decent, and actually quite fast as well, attacking mid who can go left, right and centre, which is going to be really useful. Not sure if my keeper's back for this game. When are we playing? Sunday the 15th. Hopefully he'll be back in time for this one. If you are in the chat tonight or just lurking, how's it going? Good to have you along. Yeah, drop me a comment, or drop me a message if you're watching. Always good to have a bit of chat. But yeah, thanks for tuning in anyway. And if you see me making any tactical disasters, try and stop me before it goes too far. Cool. Friday, so Sunday's our match, I think. Okay, so these guys could back in. Oh, what did I just say a minute ago? I totally jinxed that, although it's only a few days with a sprained wrist. So, yeah, Martin's taking a few days off. Spend some of that cash he's raking in. For a week. Do I risk him? What do you guys do? Do you risk someone on a kind of orange injured tab, so like out for a few days, sorry? I tend to not, but can you get away with it? What condition? Oh, 35%, nah. 90% could probably get away with him playing. Centre half would be dodgier. Okay. Gonna have to do a bit of a rejig here, I think. What I might do is stick Jeremy Dujak in at centre half. I'm going to keep Dardai in, and then I'm going to put Dema back in at sort of defensive mid. It's quite a defensive midfield though. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. th versus 11th away. Oh man, keeper is away on international duty. Okay. It's got to be the Gersbeck, I think, because the other boy is quite young. So there we go. Fair enough. Right, let's check their tactics. So attacking, hard pressing and offside trap. So they're going to come out fairly rapid on this one. So I think I might put counter on. Do you go defensive on that? I don't really want to go defensive and invite them onto me because I'm not sure my defence and my keeper as well are maybe the best. So let's keep it at that just now. Alright, let's go. Right, let me just check what's going on stats wise at the minute. Okay. I feel like it's been fairly even. what was that last thing that said there? Oh, I feel like it said that our defence was... Oh, God. His sore wrist has come back to bite us. Okay. If we got further... You know what? I'm going to go with his brother as a slightly more... Oh, actually, no, he's attacking me. Well, yeah. Pascal Clemens, or I think I'm going to go for his brother. It's not necessarily attacking mid that he's in, but I reckon he can do a job there. Right, half time. Bit of a chance to regroup. Fairly even. Yeah, alright. Let's get back to it. I'll try and keep it on the screen while the game's on so you can see the commentary a bit better. When you see this strikes it with fury, that's nearly always a certain goal after that bit of commentary. So here we go, 1-0. Yeah, normally when I used to see strikes it with fury, it was like flashing screen was the next screen, goal scored. Not on that occasion, unfortunately. So I think we've swapped positions pretty much. 12th, back then at 12th. So the board expectations for this season were a respectable league position, which I don't know in a what do you call it? What's that? 18 team league that 12th would necessarily be considered respectable. I'm thinking in this kind of region, sort of 4th down to 8th, 9th, really, I guess. Let's get this guy, Bartol Francic. 22-year-old Argentinian. I mean, you got to scout him for the fact that he's Argentinian. He's got to be good, right? Okay. Died out for a week. Strained wrist. It's pesky wrist. Sore wrist from counting all those notes from that new contract I gave him. So there's some decent players. I'm gonna, let's see. Oh wow, a free. Try cap. I mean, is that worth going for? What do you think? If it's a Bosman, he would come now as well, would he? Or would he need to wait till the next window? Oh well, it takes that problem away. He's already on his way elsewhere. Never mind. This guy's come highly rated, but what's the situation here? Is he a prospect? Let's scout him. I mean, so well, this guy's actually in decent form, but interesting. That's a good player. Okay. Nice. Just gonna have a quick look, and here I noticed there's I think, is it this guy? No, I don't think so. There was a player that has been linked with some massive clubs, including Man United. I think actually is at Hertha this season. I think he's really young, like teenager, for like a multi-million £100 move. I can't remember his name, or if he's... I don't think he's one of the names that are in here. I kind of want to say it's like Eichen something or other. Which is why that one's stuck out, but yeah, I can't see him. So maybe he's sort of only recently come to Hertha. But yeah, interesting that some of their players are attracting a lot of interest, because I suppose they've probably been on kind of fairly average Bundesliga, or become a fairly average Bundesliga 2 side for the last few seasons. Doing better this season though, I think. Maybe up to 8th or so just now. Schalke 2nd. So yeah, it'd be good if they could have a decent season and make it back up. Oh, right, when's the next game? Let's have a look. Cologne. Oh yeah, these are going to be tough ones because we're all in about the same part of the table. Hopefully at home. Let me just double check that. Yeah, home. Home in 2 away games. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Leistner back in full training. Gersbeck. Interesting. Is that these recent performances in training, did he say? Cool. Alright. What was his rating last game? He had a decent game. What about guy before that? To be fair, he's been playing pretty well as well. Been difficult to drop in at the moment, but he's back on the bench anyway. Okay, Dujak back in midfield. Dardai. Has not been selected, and yeah, Dema alongside him. Okay. This guy's always quite interesting because he's so damn quick. I think it's pointless putting him on the bench at the minute. We've got our answer basically that I asked before. Should you or do you put people on when they've got a slight injury? And he came back off injured last match. So I'm taking from that then, no, they probably shouldn't put them on. Even though it's tempting when it's 90% and it was only a broken or a sprained wrist. Anyway, Cologne, let's go. What are they doing? 4-4-2. Old school, like it. Hard tackling, pressing, normal. Okay, what have we got again? Pretty even matched in that regard. Bramall, isn't it? I had someone else at left back because I wasn't always playing Bramall there. See if I just let right back. I'll need to check that next game. Anyway, let's kick off. Second game of the night. Check what they're doing now. Still sticking with the same tactic at the minute. Okay. Guess we continue as we are for the time being. Yes, penalty. I added in there was a new sort of data set that the guys who update the data for 0102 put together, which includes new events like VAR checks and stuff like that, which obviously we didn't get back in 2001, 2002. But it's yeah, it's cool seeing it in this kind of like retro environment. Shouldn't have mentioned VAR though. That'll cause an argument. Yeah, if you're watching back, what's your opinion on VAR? There's a big discussion about it actually in Scotland in the game, because we've kind of got a budget version which in a lot of cases isn't fit for purpose, but I think even if it's only ruling out a certain number of, like a small number of goals that would have previously stood but are correctly being ruled out, I kind of feel like that's a win. I get the point though about the fan sort of experience not being as good when you celebrate a goal. You're kind of holding a little back in case it gets pulled back for something, but yeah, plus points and negative points to keeping it or going back to the good old days, isn't there? Okay, things have stepped up a bit. Let's see what their tactics are at the moment. Still the same. You can't sit back on a 1-0, can you? Really, at half time, you got to keep on going. Go for the kill. Let's go attacking. Start the second half anyway. See if we can get up a second goal, and then potentially sit back. Yeah, let's go. Whoa, 80 minutes. That came about pretty quick. Right, couple of subs. Schuler on. Seth is still doing well. Don't want to change the defence, although the 2 yellows are slightly concerning. But I don't want to disrupt that at the minute. Right, let's stick Cousance. If anyone's in the chat and knows how I pronounce that, let me know. I'm going with Cousance. But that could be wildly off, so if it is, pull me up on that one. Right, last 10 minutes or so, I'm going to reluctantly put that back to normal and go normal and don't press and hit the counter. One 0. Take 1-0s all day long. Where are we in the league? Up to 8th. Nice one. What are our stats looking like? Player ratings. Interesting. Came on a decent finish to the game. I have to get a 7 from like 10 minutes. Dema, solid. Alright. That was a good win actually, because I think Cologne were, they were just above us. So we're in and amongst the kind of respectable positions that the board are after at the moment. So happy enough with that. Okay. Not sure if Cologne are like a kind of normal rival for Hertha. I know Schalke are. And Union Berlin also. Naturally, given that they're in the same city, but yeah, anyone knows what the other kind of traditional Hertha rivals are, or if there are any other ones beyond those two, let me know. Be interested to find out. The last Hertha game that was at, which was the Schalke match, we befriended a bunch of Schalke fans on the U-Bahn back into Berlin, and they took us to like a a Schalke bar in Berlin. I think it was near. Oh, where was it again? No, I can't. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation as well. Somewhere relatively central, anyway. I think near Mitte. And I had a great time with them. A lot of good chat about football and stuff, and trying to persuade us into being Schalke fans in future, which is good fun. But yeah, staying with Hertha for the time being, I think. Okay, Ernst on the 21s. I was going to say, has he been called up for the first time? But he is 42 caps in, so no. Gustav Christensen. Is he in the first? Yeah, he is. He looks decent, actually. It's a couple of these guys I've probably overlooked. I guess that happens, doesn't it? When you get a sort of formation in a team that's winning, you kind of forget what else you have on your bench until you need it. Winkler back in training. Nice one. I think I'm going to have time for a couple more games actually tonight. Just having a look at the time. I reckon we'll get past that second cup match. Yeah, I reckon we'll. Never past kind of transfer activity. The game moves a bit quicker when it comes to January time. In fact, where are we? September. When it gets to January time, I'll maybe do like a transfer special that you can dip in and out of if you want to, because I might spend a lot of time looking for players, which might not be most exciting, or it might be. Dig out some good signings. And yeah, you can skip that one if you're not up for joining me for that, which is fair enough. Depends how into the whole transfer activity and digging out some good signings and stuff like that. Augustin Rogossi. Hang on. Where is he? Is he on loan? All right. He looks decent. Alright. So what is the next thing? It wants assurances, but I don't want to set I don't want to really sell them, to be honest. Do I have to? Oh, right, okay, sorry. He's in this bit, or squad rotation set. Yeah, sorry. Wasn't understanding that screen there. I thought it was trying to tell me to sell him. Or I could only sell him or get rid of him on loan. Okay. Ah, is that the cup match? Yeah, second round. Okay, fair enough. So we might. Oh wait, might have another game in between times. Fatikov, captain of 21. Look decent. Where is he just now? Ruben Kazan. This is going to be useful when it comes to actually, if he's based in Russia, that transfer might not go through depending on how realistic the settings are and things for this at the moment for 24-25. Well, actually, and for today as well. Oof. Centre half looks decent, like. Oh, he's in Russia as well, but Brazilian, 18 jumping, 17 aggression. Head in 16, right. got to scout him. Since we're not being the best in the air, I've got a funny feeling we're probably quite a small side. Don't know if you can find out the height of people. What did he say there? Hoping to impress visiting scouts, wants to move to a bigger club. Alright, that could be a decent one. Sorry, transfer special was supposed to be in January. Let's get on with the next match at the moment. Olympics. Okay, so it looks as though we actually have had a few games rescheduled. So today we're playing Hanover and then Braunschweig, then hosting Kiel, and then Paderborn, Magdeburg. Maybe that was the same order before, I can't remember, but cool. Sorry if there's any slurping sounds, I'm trying to drink away from the mic when I can. Right, Dardai. We had him in centre mid alongside Dudziak, was that right? Or did we have... Was Dudziak playing left back before? Sorry, I'm going to go back and just see. Can I see what the... Oh, it's not telling me what position he played. He looks pretty good. So we've got Kenny right, Bramall left. He's been playing alright actually. I'll keep him. You know what, I'm not going to mess about too much with a kind of relatively successful formation setup at the moment. So Dardai might just have to come back on the bench. I'm going to put on Winkler in the bench. Dardai can go middle and... Oh yeah, actually we're not really playing with them. No, so we are. Right. Sorry, just thinking through all this in my head. Okay, start the game. Hanover tactics 4-1-2-1-2, and that's attacking, and that's it. Okie doke. Do we go attacking? No. Or do we hit them early? Yeah, it's great. Let's go for that. Try and get an early goal. Okay, let's do this. Let's check the stats quickly. Right, I'm not sure us going attacking from the beginning is working, although they have 2 shots. What's the action zones? Actually not bad. You know, I'm going to keep it. So it did say there, I think it is called, it said there was a Hanover onslaught. So I'm going to sit back. I'm going to hit on the counter just now. Are they still attacking? Yeah, okay. Not defensive, but I'm not going to go all out at the moment where they're... Ah, fuck. Maybe I should have kept it. That'll do. 10.5. 1-1. Okay. Well, Well, actually, since we went sat back a bit, we've had a bit more in the way of shots. We're better in the air, which is good. That hasn't happened a lot much recently. Decent passes. What's our ratings doing? Niederlechner's not having the best game at the moment. Do we switch that up? What do you reckon? I need to go and check out the other guy. What's his name again? Lucas Schuler. Acceleration and pace is high. What's Niederlechner? Right, he's a bit slower. I think I'm going to go for a wee change at half time actually. Sort of bit of research I done on Hertha at lunchtime today, influencing what I'm doing tonight, but Dijak. So I'm going to stick on Dardai as well because he was doing well before his injury and before his bumper contract situation. Not going to get over that anytime soon. Still a lot of pressure. Right. Are they changing things up now? No, they're still going to attack in apparently. I think we've got to change though. I think this one's gone past us now. Oh. Jeez, oh. No goal. I've got a funny feeling the board aren't going to take too kindly to being beaten 4-1. And we were overrun by the looks of it. Possibly when I changed back at attacking, we just sort of opened up too much for them to exploit. Yeah. I thought that might have been coming. Back to 12th. Alright. Let's... what's the board situation like? Satisfied. There's been supporters who have been calling for my resignation. Niederlechner, a valuable member of the squad. Right. It's probably a good question to bring up at this point. Do you find yourself starting over fairly frequently when you either get a new FM or play a new side until you kind of get used to what works, who's good, tactics and stuff? Or would you continue as unemployed and try and pick up another role if you get sacked? I think I'd probably tend to just go back to the beginning and start over again, but I know some people like to then go unemployed and try and pick up another sort of underperforming side. So yeah, let me know. Interested how everyone else plays it. Okay. Magdeburg game televised. Have I got a bad feeling that Magdeburg are top? Yeah. Oh dear. We're not exactly setting the heather alight at the moment, so I've got a bad feeling about that game. The board confidence thing is that kind of you get backed by the board, and then hit continue game, and the next screen you are sacked. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Right. Have you got to have Tony Leisner? Oh yeah, the 17-year-old guy. Right. I think we go. Wait a second. Oh, sorry. Is there other options for? This guy's an absolute machine when it comes to strength. Heading's alright. I think it's probably. To be fair, he played in some of the games we did alright. Okay. Oh, we're playing Braunschweig, sorry, I thought we were. The Magdeburg game's coming in a bit. Braunschweig, where are they? Just beneath us. Right, this is a good old fashioned 6-pointer. Okay. Right. Braunschweig tactics, attacking and short passing, despite the fact they're playing a 3-5-2 defensive. 3-5-2 defensive. Hang on. Okay. 4 in the midfield basically, or 5 with the defensive midfielder. So we're kind of going man for man there almost. Thing is, do we go attacking from the off or sit back a bit, press? I'm going to go press and counter. Okay, let's go. It's not been a great start. Shit. Okay. Right, gonna have to do something here. No. No. This has not worked. Okay, attacking. Press him. Off the crossbar. Feeling the pressure. Right, you're coming off. You're having a shiter. Let's get Cuisance on. Oh shit, the boy at the back's having a nightmare as well. Right. That was my bad on that one. What's there? They're going defensive. Right. Okay. So let's go direct passing, hard tackling. Oh jeez, oh. We have have been absolutely done here. Please rule that out. Thank God. There's only one thing for it now. Long ball. Actually, won't be mixed. Man. Oh dear. Right. Shit. They're unhappy. I feel a restart coming on. Yeah. Not great. I'm gonna have to get something sorted out. That 4-4-1-1 was working okay for a while. Prospect. At this moment in time, I'm not talking about the future. It could be in the next couple of weeks we need somebody. Okay. I'm gonna have to switch some things around, aren't I? This guy's playing well. It might be this guy that needs to come out. I think he could do with a break because he's not had a few good games for a while. Fixtures, cup game, 16th. Right, hopefully international duty will be over by then, and hopefully get a win in the cup, because I think my card is up if I don't. See the confidence situation. Satisfied. Please ignore the supporters. Niederlechner has been dropped from it, so he's in the bad books. Oh yeah, need to see if Eric wants a new contract. Right. I'm not falling for this twice. What's he on at the moment? 4,500. Right, he's having a laugh. Have 6.5. He's not even playing at the moment, although maybe he should be. Because yeah, Kenny's been alright. Right, anyway, centre half. This wasn't working, so what were our other options at centre half? Dardai, Leistner. I think it was Dujak we were playing at centre half before. So, right. And then in the middle, we've got Dema, and it was Dardai at that point, wasn't it? Yeah, he got found out in the last game. To be fair, he's 17 years old, so he's a youngster. Few days. Hopefully a few days gets him to the 16th or the 15th, I think it was, when this game's on. It's funny, in, well, certainly Championship Manager, and I think probably FM as well, although I've not really played the new one. I feel like you go on these like patches of terrible form, and then you'll string together like 5, 6, 7 wins, or go unbeaten for a longer period of time, and you go in a dip like this. But never sure how to get yourself out of it exactly. Rejected the contract. Well, at the moment, I'm not totally convinced that. Why just Kenny? Same. I'm not totally convinced about that. I'll maybe come back to that later on. It looks decent. He's probably pissed off that Dardai got like 20 grand a week or whatever it was. Wouldn't blame him, to be fair. Right. Oh jeez, I forgot they were up. Chong's unhappy. Oh dear, I'm losing the dressing room. New contract. Do I drop him? Have we got right? First thing sitting. Maybe he goes right mid. Or is he left? Aye, okay. He can play on the left. I just bought this. Did I get this guy in not that long ago? Yeah, I bought him in. It's turned on me. You're supposed to be on my side. Okay. Right. Let's see how we get on here. I'm going to hazard a guess that Kiel are going to come out and... interesting. I thought they were maybe going to be a bit more attacking than that. Right, I'm going to start this fairly tentatively and see how we go. Goal, get in. That is a decent first half performance, judging by those stats. Right, so they were pressing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go as we were. I feel a goal coming for them. It's been an awful lot of activity in our box by the looks of it. Penalty? Penalty! Yes! Thorsteinsson is having the game of his life in left mid. That's a good shout. Even if I do say so myself. Yes! Right, shut up. What do you think? Well, it's been going well so far, so let's keep it there. Oops, sorry. I was just about to turn it on defensive, but what's the point? Game's done. Whew. Breathing a sigh of relief after that one. That hopefully goes down well with the board. Yes, it does. Thank for that. Let's see what they are saying now. Satisfied. Alright, fair enough. Some of the fans are still unhappy. I don't know if you're really worth a new contract. This guy, Prevlak, is unhappy, wants a new contract, as does Zifuk, and Chong has just had it with my shit, basically. So, yeah. I don't know where we go from here with that, but I'm not really thinking of giving Zifuk and Prevlak contracts at this moment in time. Our potential Argentinian wonder kid is not a wonder kid. I need to pass on that one, I think. Okie doke. Next match. Paderborn. 4th. Oh shit, there's a bit of a gap open up now at the bottom actually. One way to go, but a win was only really going to take us back up to 12th, potentially 10th at best, depending on goal difference. And ours is shocking actually, so it'll be up to 12th more than likely. Yeah, okay. Gonna do 1 or 2 more games, I reckon. Not sure I can deal with a let's finish on a good Paderborn game and not a absolute humping by Magdeburg, hopefully. Oh no. Barely considering his options. Things are not going good at the moment. Gonna have to try and rescue this situation, I think. To be fair, that last game, I was just about to go and check what the position of Holston Kiel was. Attacking. Okay, we're gonna come out. Do we press? I'm gonna go with that for now. Oh Jesus. I was about to say that was a terrible start. Bloody hell. Yes, come on. You know what, we're generating a few chances though. Shit. Famous last words, or commentator's curse, I think, in that case. Brilliant. Where were Paderborn again? They were up. Okay. So this actually is a not bad display so far. Yeah, still getting beaten in the air an awful lot. They've backed off. Short passing, pressing and hitting the counter. What do we do? going to do a press. See if we can capitalise on that bit of momentum just before half time, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Actually, sorry. Going to check player stats, what we're looking like. Sessa, Thorsteinsson, Schüller's not doing great, so I'm thinking 60 minutes, Niederlechner comes back on. Potentially Winkler for that pace as people kind of tire and condition goes down. Right. Brilliant. Nice one. Well, I can't take him off now, can I? He just scored. Sessa and Thorsteinsson were the two others I was thinking of, but both of them have also scored to bring on Winkler. These guys are all rapid on the wing. Like, yeah, I'm not making that change. But I'm thinking Schüller comes off for Niederlechner regardless. Harsh to get subbed just as you score. Kenny on a yellow, Zifuk on, who is captain material. Oh, that should be Leisner, really. I hadn't realised that Kenny was still captain. Right, there we go. Taking the press off now. I'm kind of wincing here when it goes to Paderborn highlight. Yes, get it in. There we go. Hopefully that's bought us a bit of favour now with the fans as well. Let's check what the confidence situation's like. It's probably not updated yet. Pleased with that win. Me too. Me too, board. Okay. 12th in Division 2, 14. Right, so we're back in the hunt. Other results definitely gone away. Cologne getting beat. Ulm getting beat as well. Okay. I mean, are we still in a poor league? Probably are in a poor league position. Okay. Right, let's call it there for just now. I'm going to go out on a high, on a 3-2 win over Paderborn. That's what counts as a high. And next time we pick up will be the Magdeburg game at home. So league leaders, yep, kind of runaway-ish league leaders at the moment. Although actually now they've been beat a couple of times. But yeah, top of the league versus 12th, who have stemmed a shitty run of games, it has to be said, with a couple of wins. So what would we have? Kaiserslautern was the last time played. Cologne 1-0 win, 4-1 and a 3-1. These were terrible results. But to be fair, not helped by my tactical and team choices, I don't think. Yeah, 3-0 against Kiel in the Cup and a 3-2 against Paderborn, setting things back on track, hopefully. So yeah, I'll call it there. So probably try and stream again maybe Friday, but I hope to do it over the weekend anyway. So yeah, if you've been watching live, lurking, don't worry, I do that as well on plenty of Twitches. Never really get involved in the chat, so appreciate you playing along and tuning in. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. Also, if you're watching on the VOD later on as well, drop me a comment. If you're watching, any feedback, tactical advice, etc. Welcomed. But otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you towards the tail end of the week for the next episode of this Hertha rebuild, which is going distinctly average at the moment. Cool. So catch you then.